Brothers and sisters, what I want to say is, no matter how old we are, we should never give up our hope and longing for life so easily. Take me for example, I'm 34 this year, and honestly, the only person who was introduced to me this year ended up rejecting me instead. But even so, I still feel like it's not a big deal. It's true that we've reached an age that is often referred to as the right age for marriage, we have to admit that, right? But you can't, on one hand, admit that you've reached a certain age, and on the other hand, still believe that you have great qualities and can't understand why no one is choosing you. Actually, the answer is very simple. It's just because we've reached this age, that's all. It's perfectly normal.
Just a few days ago, a 34-year-old man came to our matchmaking agency for a blind date and met a 30-year-old woman. As soon as they met, the man very directly asked her, "Do you have a house?" The woman replied, "No." Then he asked, "Do you have a car?" The woman shook her head again. So the man continued to ask, "How much savings do you have then?" The woman frankly said, "I usually live paycheck to paycheck, no savings." Upon hearing this, the man immediately responded, "Oh, then maybe we're not a good match." After this incident, the woman came to me quite upset, complaining that the man actually asked her right off the bat if she had a house, a car, and any savings. She felt that she was the one looking to be married, not the one marrying a man. Later, we called the man to ask for his perspective, and he spoke bluntly. A 30-year-old woman, no house and no car is one thing, but not even having any savings. This shows she has a strong consumption mindset and no financial awareness at all. Someone like that is not suitable for building a life together. I'm not looking to raise a wife like she's some kind of ancestor, spending my money every day. She's not young anymore, her career isn't going anywhere, her earning ability is mediocre, but she sure knows how to spend. Why would I want a partner like that? I'd rather go find a girl in her early 20s than be with an older woman who's unreliable.
Why is it that I'm 42, have a university degree, make 500,000 yuan a year, own an apartment worth over $1 million, and I still can't find a husband? Honestly, I don't even dare to go outside anymore. I feel ashamed. I don't have a husband. No husband, no children, no family by my side. I have nothing. I'm all alone.
Therefore, I want to say to all the girls out there, the bride price and marriage are not the guarantees of our lives. Many times they are the source of pain. When we are not yet fully independent, the best choice is to keep improving our abilities and increasing our bargaining power so that when we enter marriage in the future, we can be more confident. And it's meaningless to argue with those who quarrel over the bride price issue. They are just venting their incompetent anger. These men, once they enter into marriage, will only lead us women to one outcome. They are irresponsible, unwilling to contribute, don't want to give money, yet want a wife, and don't want to take on any family responsibilities or obligations. Marrying such a man is a terrifying thing. These men are unwilling to give the bride price, and sisters, we don't have to bother with these irresponsible men. Our only way out is to work hard and rely on ourselves for security and protection.
The girl in front of us has gone on 59 blind dates in half a year, yet all have failed. Her family thinks she's too picky and advises her to lower her standards, but she insists on her own ideas. The girl's name is Ahwan. She's 29 years old, graduated from a prestigious university, and is currently working as a finance manager at a Japanese company in Shenzhen. As a successful urban professional, Ahwan should be a winner in life. However, as a Fujian native, being at this age without being married and having children has already embarrassed her family, so almost the entire family is involved, urging her to get married every day. Faced with the pressure from her parents, she had no choice but to embark on the uncertain path of blind dating. Ahwan's romantic journey has not been smooth. After graduating from university, her first love chose to go to Japan to develop his career, and the two parted ways from then on. Her second relationship ended due to the friction caused by work pressure and trivial life matters. These experiences may have raised Ahwan's expectations for relationships, and made her more cautious when choosing a partner. She believes she looks good, and has a great job, so there is really no reason for her not to have any suitors. Unexpectedly, she now finds herself in a situation where she can't aim high or settle low, leading to her current awkward predicament. To give her parents an explanation, Ahwan spared no expense in becoming a VIP member of a well-known local matchmaking agency. From then on, she worked during the day, and went on blind dates after work in the evenings. On weekends, she sometimes had 3 or 4 dates in a single day. However, despite going on so many dates, very few left an impression that lasted more than 2 minutes, and the best outcome was just having a meal together. Faced with a variety of blind date partners, Ajwan couldn't help but complain that they were either not good looking, or their manners and conversation didn't match up to her standards.
Today, let's talk about the things behind bride price and just how difficult it really is for men. In reality, sometimes the man's side has to come up with a huge amount of bride price, and it's honestly extremely difficult. It's often a case of gritting their teeth and barely scraping it together. Don't be fooled by how glamorous it looks on the surface. There's actually a lot of counterintuitive logic buried inside. To put it bluntly, the less a man pays in bride price, the better his family's financial condition likely is, and the more capable and outstanding he is personally. Why? Because truly wealthy and confident families have no intention of turning their son's marriage into a transaction, and they certainly won't tolerate the other side setting all kinds of price tags, whereas the families that are especially generous, those who offer sky-high bride prices, are often the ones with weaker foundations. They have no choice but to pay in order to gain the woman's family's approval. Many people don't believe this real logic. Then take a look at real life. Are there examples like this around you? Those tall, good-looking guys with decent jobs and wealthy families, when they actually get married, they often don't want to give any bride price at all, or just offer a symbolic amount. Why? Because they don't need bride price to impress anyone. On the contrary, it's often the guys with average looks, average income, or even unstable jobs who feel the need to splash out big money just to save face and have a chance to marry. So, when some women always think the more bride price you give me, the more you value me, that kind of thinking is really too shallow. A truly excellent man won't treat marriage as a transaction. His refusal to offer a high bride price is exactly because he has capability, has choices, and has dignity. And those who are willing to throw in hundreds of thousands, or even over $1,000,000 yuan, are mostly just playing the role of a weak buyer in a one-sided market. Many women only realize too late. A man who can afford the bride price doesn't necessarily mean he's a man you can entrust your life to. Sometimes, the moment that bride price is handed over, the man has already been drained completely, and the one you're marrying is not a man.
However, when she found out that her husband had built a villa at home, she actually called the media, asking them to expose her husband's immoral behavior. She questioned her husband, asking why he didn't notify her immediately when he had money, causing her to wander outside for more than 10 years, always waiting for him to find her.
家里还起了别墅啊，全部都是他们家的。就是你去了以后，他们的条件才开始变好的。
The old lady cried and said that if she hadn't decisively abandoned their impoverished home back then, how could her old partner have been motivated to strive and improve himself? Now, half of the wealth from the villa and the thousands of acres of land belonged to her, thanks to her significant contribution.